Good morning and a happy Tuesday morning to you. Okay, in this video, I'm covering three main stories that have just come out. There's a lot of video footage and pictures. You know, when I say something, I bring my receipts and I brought them for you. So there's a lot to cover. Let's jump in and get there, shall we? Let's go. We're going to start off with Harry and Africa. Now, to start off with, we know that Harry and William both loved Botswana. They both loved Africa. There were pictures of them taken together when they were there in 2010. Animals, and it was just one of their favorite places. We know that Harry put Sentebale there. We know that he'd been there multiple times. This is one of the places where his father took him after Diana passed away. Remember when he was like 12 or 13 years old? This is where his father took him to, Bloom. So for those of you who know that Harry then took Meghan on their third date to Botswana in 2017, and they were in this little tent and they were roughing it, they were not. They were in a 1,500 pound a night deluxe tent at a safari camp. They were glamping, not camping. However, Prince William apparently pointed out to Harry that that's the fourth girl he had taken to Botswana. He took Cressida Bonus, who they say passed the African test. He took television presenter Natalie Pinkham to Africa with him. I'm guessing she passed the test as well. He took Chelsea Davy. They went there multiple times during their 7 years on and off. The truth of the matter is Harry used to take people there to try to impress them. The idea that he never took anybody there and this is just what they did because this is what he did for people and girls that he liked and she was the first, she was not. She was like the fourth. All right, next up, an article just came out. I don't know why it's coming out now, but if you guys remember, Meghan stopped into the Fashion Awards in 2018 to present her wedding dress maker, the British Women's Wear Designer of the Year Award. And basically what this article does is it confirms that she was not supposed to be there. She literally showed up unannounced and, gave the award out. Now, for those of you who don't know, there was a picture of Meghan. Of course, she's holding her bump. She held her bump the whole freaking night. And the picture was removed. And everybody's like, why was it removed? Well, one of the royal sources said that she was very ostentatious in the way she was posing, holding her bump. She was wearing black nail polish, which the Queen herself did not like. I have to be honest and tell you, if I was there because I won an award and somebody popped up to give me the award and took over the whole event and all these pictures came up and she made it all about her, I would be upset and I would want that picture down. I'm sorry, guys, but the only reason that Meghan stood around with her hands like that, clasping her belly, was to make sure everybody could see her belly in this black dress. This is the most ostentatious, I agree, it's the most ostentatious thing I ever saw. She made sure that all the pictures were about her and not the woman who made her dress. I'm telling you, if I was that woman, I'd be upset. All right, let's move on. I want to start with this. Do you guys remember when Prince Philip died and the Queen said, thank God Meghan's not coming to the funeral, because the Queen knew that Meghan was going to try to make Philip's funeral all about her, and yet she still did. She told everybody which wreath was hers. There were 9 wreaths there, but where it came from, what was in it, what it meant. We heard all about the calligraphy note. We heard all of it, okay? It was a PR stunt, and it was really quite disgusting, and people were very unhappy with the way the Queen was treated during Prince Philip's funeral by Meghan Markle. But it was because of this that they were prepared when the Queen died. First of all, we know these pictures were taken long range. I believe Omid Scobie had his hand in on these pictures. How else would they know right when they were going to be on the stairs? No, I'm bringing all of that up because Harry and Meghan now, remember I told you they're bringing up all these old stories, trying to rewrite history? Apparently they're complaining about the way they felt they were mistreated at the Queen's funeral. They were involved in the public and private aspects of her funeral. They joined William and Catherine for the walkabout, where Netflix cameras were seen taping them. Meghan obviously was mic'd up. You could clearly see it. She refused to give the flowers over to the courtiers to be laid because she wanted to have one of those moments where she was seen putting the flowers down. Harry and Meghan said that the family were not fully welcoming towards them. Gee, you think? Knowing that they were taping, knowing that they were spotted with devices, knowing that Meghan tried to take every separate thing that happened at this funeral and she tried to turn it into something about herself. This happened over and over and over again. That long, exaggerated curtsy to the floor in front of the Queen's coffin when she couldn't bother otherwise. The family let them stand with them, but the family wasn't stupid. The family knew that they were mic'd. The family knew that they were going to try to get Netflix content, and the family didn't want any part of it. None. Now, I have shown you these pictures previously, and I can't tell you where they came from anymore. I just don't remember. But it looked like Meghan was wearing a wireless transmitter underneath her dress. We know that at the funeral, everybody else was standing. Meghan wouldn't. Then she finally gets up, and then she was behind a candle. I mean, they did everything possible to try to eliminate them. And can you really blame the family for that? I mean, they kept staring at the other members of the royal family, giving people the side eye. We know that Harry made sure that Meghan followed protocol this time around, not like the green dress event, where she pushed their way in front of, other members of the family. And you know that Catherine didn't even look at her the whole time. Meghan had to just suck it up and walk behind Catherine, which I'm pretty sure upset her. I think sitting Harry next to Charlotte was a masterstroke. Harry kept staring at Charlotte and staring at his grandmother's coffin, realizing maybe I've made a mistake. All kinds of things were going on. Now, do I think there was a fight between Harry and Eugenie's husband, Jack? Yes, I think there was. We've all seen this before, but I'm going to show it to you again. Look at Harry, look at Jack. Something definitely was going on there. Harry has a face of thunder, and then they go to get in the car. Meghan is supposed to go in second, but she pushes in before Harry. Now, for those of you who don't know, the reason for that is so that the women don't have to slide across the seats in their outfits. That's the reason for that. I think that the family realized Harry was mic'd up. The family wanted nothing to do with it. And so, Harry stood to the side and outside of conversations. What could he have expected after everything he wrote in the spare? And then, of course, as he's walking next to William, which he was entitled to do, the microphone got spotted underneath his jacket, meaning that the royal family was absolutely correct in freezing him and Meghan out during the funeral. 100% correct. Look at that. If he hadn't been playing with his vest, nobody would have seen it. Now, people also noticed one other thing. So here Meghan was mic'd up at the walkabout. She was mic'd up at the church. Harry was mic'd up. Meghan was also using a prop to help her cry. You see her glove? Let me zoom in for you. Do you see the white stuff that just happens to be on her glove on her left finger? And then here you go. That's the stuff you put on your glove. Then you put it up to your face and it makes you cry. And there you go. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Put those comments down. I'm reading them. Make them good. Then hit the like and the subscribe button. Don't forget the thumbs up. And then go down into the description box where you'll find the link to video number 2. Follow me over. Let's go.